Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. I'm Jeff DiVeronica with my co-host Steve Bradley to talk to one of the contenders, and we'll find out what class they're in this year because I know they've been bouncing around a bit. The Webster Schroeder girls basketball team. Warriors have high hopes for this season. And Steve, I did some research today. Maybe I'm wrong, but is it true? Maybe Coach Mrozek knows this. Is it true that Webster Schroeder hasn't won a girls basketball championship since the 70s?
I want to say so. Last year was our first time in the finals in 21 years. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely dates back. 76
was what I found today. Wow. Well, you have a chance to make some history in many accounts, ladies. So let's go through our introductions here, Mr. Bradley. You just met second-year head coach Codi Mrozek, formerly Codi Battaglia. Yes, that is her father, who was the longtime coach, a football coach in the area, Chris. And who knows? You know what, Codi? In about 5 years, they'll be saying, "Oh, that's they'll do the reverse."
Yeah, I can only hope.
That's Cody's dad.
And also, to be fair, her mom is a longtime coach too.
She is.
True.
She is.
Cheerleading coach. With Coach Mrozek is Mariah Watkins, junior, all grade of Rochester last year, 23.4 points per game with a bright future ahead of her. Find out more about her recruiting in just a bit. Also, in the other screen, we have her sister. She's a sophomore, third-year varsity player, Bria Watkins. Hi, Bria.
Hi.
And with her is another junior, Ava Gallup. Hi, Ava.
Hi.
But you're like 5'11" too, right? You're 5'11". You're all like 6-footers here, just about.
Yeah.
Coach, I don't know many teams that have that kind of size. Do you face many teams of that kind of size?
You know, we do face a lot of teams that are very long, but I think the difference with our height is that we're also very quick as well. So we're not just set, post players that are this height, you see those, but we got, guard forwards that are this height, which is fun to have for sure.
So Mariah, your team made it to the sectional finals last year and finished second. How much does that inspire you to come back and work hard and have another chance to get that, as Jeff said, elusive brick this season?
It's getting that close and losing. It just makes me want to work harder and then be able to have that opportunity to not only go back to the finals, but to win it.
Mariah, you didn't have the best game that day, did you?
No,
10 points. Now let's give Mendon some credit. They know what they're doing, right? 6-time champions in a row for Coach Julie and his squad. They know what they're doing. They've lost some seniors on that team. You're not going to have to run into them this year because you guys you're back up in AA now, right?
Yeah,
we are. Yep.
Okay. But that was 58-39. And Bria, you had 14 points that day. Mariah had 10. But Mariah, did you take anything away from that game about what you can do better or differently if something like that happens again? How do you break through?
It definitely was not my best game, and knowing that I did not perform my best is even more disappointing. That if maybe I played better, I would have been able to win. So I just wanted to grow from that situation and work on the things that they were able to stop me at and grow as a player.
Ava, what's it like playing with these the two Watkins sisters? That's gotta be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, I love it. They bring a great bond to the team, and they really make everyone closer as friends on and off the court.
What does that mean? Are they goofy? Or how do they make everyone closer?
I mean, they always have high intensity for each other, and that vibe goes throughout the gym and makes everyone better.
So Bria, does your big sister get after you in practice? What does she mean by that?
No, she does. It's definitely a different connection between sisters that you're just able to push them more. So I feel like she's trying to say when we're up against each other and showing that competitive energy, it just kind of spreads and everyone else kind of feels that they also have to perform the same way.
Coach Mrozek, I've heard coaches say this a lot, and I just want to know if it's true with your team. It sounds like just the way that the ladies are talking here. When your best players are your hardest workers, that usually leads to success. Is that what we're talking about here? Is that what we see with your team?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that it's very evident if you walk in our gym, you'll see that we might have players that set the tone, but everyone else follows along. And if everyone else buys into that, you're hopefully going to be really successful. So yeah, I give a lot of credit to Mariah and Bria and, having that kind of pressure on them as young players. bringing up, some people walk in the gym and you forget how young they were when they were on varsity, a year or two ago. Now they're juniors, sophomores. So it's really cool to see them both step up. They're both captains this year, so in leadership positions. And then kudos to the rest of the team to buy into that energy as well, and participate with them when they stay after, getting up shots, sprints, all the things that they do.
So, Bria, it's your third year on varsity. Ava, it's your third also?
That was my second.
It's your second, okay. Mariah, it's your fourth, I believe, right? And I think Maya Perales is also it's her fourth year. So you have experience too. It's an experienced group. I guess, Mariah, what have you learned over the last 4 years that will make this team better and a championship contender this year?
I think having 4 years under my belt, I've been in a lot of situations and I know how to handle the pressure. And as having that experience, I don't get as frazzled, maybe as new people coming up. So it helps a lot during pressure situations.
Coach, what's Ava's game?
Yeah, Ava has really developed her game inside and out. She, if you saw the Fairport game or heard, you saw that she had 10 rebounds. She had points in the paint, but she also can knock down outside shots, which is important when these two are driving to the hole. If she can find herself in a position to score, she's going to knock down shots and their defenders are going to have to guard her. So it definitely helps the all-around game for the whole team.
Yeah, you mentioned the Fairport game was your season opener, 73-54. That was a little bit bigger margin than I would have thought. Mariah, 35 points, Ava with 13, Bria with 10, Maya with 9. That's a Fairport team with a couple really good veteran players too. I'll ask Coach this one. Coach, were you all on top of your game and they didn't play their best game, or was that a legit 19-point game?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could say it's the first game of the season for everybody, right? So we all got a long season to go. It wasn't, it's the first step for us, but we were in it right out of the jump. I would say right from the jump, we were going at them. We were up. I think they never cut it below a 10-point margin. But I will say, they got a lot of really talented players. So it felt a lot closer the whole game because that they can knock down shots. That can go from 12-14 lead to 6 really quick with their shooters. So, but we were ready. We were prepared for this, and we were excited to get that win.
Let's take a quick break. Steve Bradley, come back, talk more with Webster Schroeder girls basketball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
Looking for a used truck? Can you find one out of 350? At BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com, you'll find one. Love SUVs? 800 are waiting for you to take one home at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com. Add 350 pre-owned sedans, and you've got a total of 1,500 used vehicles only at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com.
Bob Johnson's got your ride. Bob Johnson.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. With hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
You don't choose to get hurt at work, but you can choose the workers' comp attorneys at Connors and Ferris to fight for your money and medical benefits you deserve.
With over 20 years of industry experience, we will give your case our undivided attention so that you and your family can focus on your recovery.
So call Connors and Ferris, the workers' comp attorneys dedicated to fighting for injured workers' rights.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
The best three things here at McQuaid are definitely the sports, the brotherhood, and the service to community. I think that's a really big, important thing that McQuaid stresses, which is part of creating a better and great man. You definitely feel a connection with your fellow students here. It's being all guy school. You're able to relate to each other on a personal level, and everyone's very welcoming here with open arms and willing to be your friend.
McDonald's operators care about our local schools, teams, and student athletes. That's why they support the return of high school athletics in the Rochester area and around the state. See you before or after the big game at McDonald's. Welcome back, Section 5. Game on.
Protecting your home's worth pays off when you trust the experienced team at American Custom. We've all seen our homes go up in value, making home improvements a wise choice. If you think your home is worth a lot now, just wait until our team is done with it. Call American today.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica, and Steve Bradley. Two guys covering high school sports in Rochester for longer than these young ladies have been alive. Maybe even almost as much as Coach Mrozek, too. She's pretty young herself. But it's Codi Mrozek, the second-year head coach of Webster Schroeder, Mariah Watkins, Bria Watkins, the Watkins sisters, and Ava Gallup, one of the bigs in this group for a really talented team. A big win over Fairport. Next week, you've got Penfield as we record this. And boy, Coach, you go from, I just said this during a break, you go from the frying pan into the fire. You go from the A classification up to AA. You leave behind Mendon, a team with 6 titles. And now you might have to face somewhere down the line. You're probably have to go through Kearney to get this title if you can do that. Have you been able to watch them much at all the last couple of years and see what they bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, Kearney, growing up, going to AQ, I know Kearney very well, and they got a lot of talent. And we're excited. Last year we were Class A, but we played Division I, so we played mostly all these teams except for Kearney. So now we always say to be the best, you got to play the best. So we're excited. We have a very competitive season, and we hope that will help and pay off for us when we get to March to be able to be ready for them. Fairport, Penfield, all those top teams that are with us.
Bria, what's your favorite part of just being on this team other than the basketball? Is it the camaraderie, the friendships? What makes this team special?
Yeah, we have a lot of connections and friendships off the court. So I feel like having those tight connections, it brings the whole team together just to feel like more of a family.
Ava, she doesn't talk like a sophomore, does she?
No, she really doesn't.
I can tell that you're probably the kind of player that gets in someone's face if you need to, which is fine with me. Do you ever need to get in your sister's face? How does that go? How does that work?
Oh, I'll definitely get in her face sometimes because I know her game better than anyone else. So if I know she's not playing how she can, I'll get in her face and tell her to get better.
All right. So while I stay on this track, let me ask, do you play one-on-one? And I'm going to give your older sister the first word here. And who wins, Mariah?
I win. This summer I won. She can't deny it.
Bria?
That's true. I feel like there was something wrong with my ankle or something, but.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Cool. Very cool, Steve.
So, hey, Ava, who's your favorite player and who do you model your game after?
What do you mean, like the NBA? What's he mean?
Yeah. Favorite pro, favorite college player?
Well, I'm a Celtics fan personally, so Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum, I think they really got a good game, and same with Jaylen Brown. That's his name, right? Anyways,
that's his name, yeah, he's great.
Their chemistry is really good, and Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, so he's always up in people's faces and bringing in his best effort all the time.
Wow, she is a Celtics fan. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Who's your favorite? Bria, how about you? Who's your favorite player?
I'd probably have to say, not my position, but I love Giannis. He's just an all-around great player. He'll get dirty when he has to. And yeah.
Mariah?
Probably current is Giannis, but overall Kobe, RIP. He just has an intensity that nobody else brings to the court.
That's cool. You know what, Steve? I'm glad you asked that. We usually ask some of the boys who they like in the NBA. We get a lot of Ja Morants. I was waiting for that from you, Bria, for some reason. But I'm cool. Yeah. And hey, I'm a Celtics fan too. So as long as Tatum's not shooting 3 for 22, we're in good shape. But he has those nights where he just keeps firing, Ava. He keeps firing. I'm stop shooting, Tatum. Anyway, sorry about that. I noticed, Coach, on your schedule, you're taking a holiday trip east to Amsterdam.
Yep.
How did that come about? And I know from covering girls basketball for a long time, Colony usually has a really good program. I know that's one of the teams you're going to face. How'd that tournament come about?
Yeah, so that tournament is kind of a selected tournament. They really try to make it some of the best teams. And we were asked if we want to attend. And I think not only is it a great competition for us, but I really value the off the court things and the connections and friendships that these girls build, because that only helps us more on the court. They know that that's a big value of mine. So we're really excited to take this trip. We got a really close knit group of girls that have played together for the last few years. Most of them I've coached since they were in 7th and 8th grade. So we're excited to go to this tournament, play some really good competition from someplace else, not just locally here, and have some fun off the court as well.
So Mariah, last spring, Webster Schroeder's girls softball team won a state title. I would imagine that you're probably friends with some of those players and that brought a lot of pride to your school. Just seeing that happen and knowing that, that success is possible at your school. How much is that a motivator for the season too?
And Coach Kyle's assistant coach, Steve.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Coach, and you got Coach Kyle every day. She's probably got the bling, but yeah, what's that like knowing that can be done?
There's a Sarah Ferruzza. She plays on her team. She won states, and I was jealous. Like, it's amazing being able to take home the title and just knowing you're the best in the whole state. I want to get there one day. And I think with our team, it's possible.
Now, there are no seniors on this roster, Ava, none.
Yeah, none.
And which means y'all got another year left, right? It's not like this is it. If you lose, have you thought about mentally how you need to guard against that? Like, you can't play like, oh, well, if we don't do it this year, we got next year, because that could be a dangerous game to play. Have you all thought about that at all? Because I've seen teams fall into that trap.
I would say not really, because this team, this is the team we've really been waiting for since 3rd grade, because we all played North Coast together and we've all been, playing together since we were kids. So I think we're really going to do the best that we can this year and next year too, so we can bring home hopefully state title.
Good to hear.
Coach, you don't have a large sample size, just one game, but you've had experience with this team. Where do you want to see them continue to grow and improve? What areas to reach their full potential? Where do you want to see them continue to grow?
Yeah, I mean, without any seniors, it's been cool to see all of their leadership and really mature, into what their roles are right now as juniors and sophomores. And yes, we only had one game, but I would say we were, it was a lot of pressure around it, playing, one of the best teams that we were going to face. So it was a great win. And now we just want to stay consistent and have the mindset that we got 19 more games to go. A lot can change and happen, but we just want to get better so that we are playing our best basketball in March and give it our best shot and hopefully a better shot than last year.
I got 2 other quick questions. Bria, what's it feel like? Now you are the hunted. This team is not an up and coming team. This is a contender. How does it feel to be, you're going to get everybody's best shot? How does that feel compared to being a team that could sneak up on somebody?
Love it. Coach always says we have a target on our back now, so we got to stay performing our best and keep climbing to be better and better, even though everyone sees us as the top. So we just got to keep performing well and working hard.
I got one more question for Mariah about her future, because I didn't want to pay for any recruiting websites and doing my research today. So where are we at in the recruiting process, Mariah? And are you basketball here? Basketball through and through, or could it be basketball and volleyball? Is it just basketball?
Just basketball. That's
okay.
My love.
Can we name off? Is there a list of schools yet, or is it 10 or 20 or 30 or 5? I don't know. I mean, you tell me.
I'm talking to a lot of coaches. I have 5 offers: Canisius, Niagara, Binghamton, Lafayette, and Drexel.
Okay, so based on what I've seen in the last 25 years covering basketball here, and based on what I've seen of you, sit tight. The major colleges are coming. No offense to the ones you named, fantastic programs, but your ceiling's very high, young lady, and I wish you all the luck going forward too, because I've seen the best that have come out of here, and you could take this a long way. So I wish you the best of luck. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Steve Bradley, anything else to offer up to the Warriors here?
Oh, just stay healthy, have fun, and give it your best shot.
Thank you.
I like to say, Steve, and this is purely in a like you're shooting, stay hot. Like Jason Tatum, stay hot, Tatum, right? For my co-host, Steve Bradley, our producer, Joe Brott. Warriors, thanks for making some time for us. Bria and Ava, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, I'll see you around the school in West Irondequoit.
Yep, stop in.
Mariah, do me a favor, tell your dad I said hello, all right?
Okay, I will.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
Thanks
you,
for
guys.
watching us right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.